All right, I'm gonna get going with the most sterile stuff first. Transferring agar plates. And before you get into the still airbox stuff, you want to have a game plan as to what you want to do before you start to contaminate all that space. So I think I'm just gonna keep this a live video, and this will just be a 10-minute video no one watches, but I'll have it. That'll be pretty cool. So gonna do this. Remember, the soapy water is to capture all the microparticles that might be in the air. It'll cling to the water and cling to the walls instead of falling down into the plate. Probably could have put more soap in that, but I feel like that will do. I'm going to re-sterilize because I was touching my phone. Spraying alcohol on my hands. And first, I'm going to take the strongest growth. These are all the blank plates I'm moving over. Okay, remember, anything above an open plate should be open airspace. See, set of shiitakes right here. What I'm going to do is do a triple transfer. At least for the first slide. Because honestly, I'm just kind of curious to see what's going to happen. So this is off of plate 2. Seems to like 2 pretty well. So first I'm going to take a wedge out of here. It's going to go straight back there. Got that little piece. Move it over quick. It's going to start going from right there. This paper towel is soaked in alcohol, so it's kind of sterile. Let's take a strong part from number 2. The agar on number 2 is considerably softer than 3. Oh, slice that one in half. There's number 2. I want to move that over a little bit. What I just realized is I didn't sterilize the tops of these plates. So we'll see how that changes things up. No, fuck it. Let's do this. Better than nothing. Sprayed a little through the armholes. Clean my hands again before going back in. Now we're doing 1. Almost sticking to the top of the plate. And 1 was poured very thick. way too thick. Boom. All right, well, that's a little experiment done there. And now, I move this back there. And now what I want to do is make a couple plates of shiitake. And I think could be a little controversial because they all look good. Kind of want to go with two. Two has those cool looking rings. One's super dense and so is three. Three looks like you got snowed on. But I like the rings that two is given. So I'm going to do a couple of transfers to two. No, maybe just one. I don't want to burn through these plates too quick. But I do want to have a healthy supply of wedges to make liquid culture in. Or to make liquid culture with eventually. Let's take another slice from two. Remember, nothing above the plate. Make it quick. Drop that right in the center. I'm done. Alright. So that's shiitake covered. I'm going to reseal these outside of the air box. More room to work. Two will go over there. Now let's go with the lion's mane next. Alright, lion's mane seems to like either number 1 or 2 the most. I think this is a close one. I think I gotta go number 2 again. This growth on the sides is, there's no way you're gonna be able to see that, but the growth on the sides looks pretty nice. I think I'm gonna transfer to number 2. I'm gonna do the same thing as the last one, right? Do a little trifecta. Let's take the strongest bits of growth out of these plates. Okay. 2's uncovered. 3's uncovered. 1 is uncovered. Alright, because only the tops of those stacks got sterilized when I just sprayed it in there. Give another couple spritzes. Never too much alcohol. At least for this. Alright, we're going into number 2. I'm going to take it right next to that mushroom. One thing about the cellar box is it does get a little foggy after spraying all that stuff in here. So getting a good look is difficult. I'm going to go from this outside edge right here. Let's take that. Plop it right there. I'm going to swap these. I think you want the mycelium side down so it has contact. That's 2. Let's do 3. Find a spot with some good growth. Let's wipe this off first. I think right there. Quick transfer. All right. The line's been like growing up the sides of the container too. So that's definitely something. And then one. It's like almost coming out of the plate on the edges. That is crazy. I keep swapping these. Oh, it looks good. I think right in this lump. Because when I poured one, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was pretty lumpy. I take it right from that chunk. Just slice the top bit off. I don't need the full thing. Quick transfer. Flip it over. Come on. All right. Sweet. Okay. So let's see how that one goes. All right. Just for the video, I'm going to remember that the bottom one. Oh, shit. This plate's broken. How did I not notice that? All right, well, not risking that. Let's do that again real quick. This will make for a great video. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. Number 2. Take from that same edge. I might. Fuck it, dude. I'm going to take this big strand that just popped off. Boom. Okay. There's 2. Maybe I'll scrape the edges for these instead. Get some good contact there. 3. I mean, I can really not doing this very well. 3 on that far edge, right where my scalpel thing is at. Let's scrape that. Might get one more from 3. There's not very much. It's pretty thick right there. Oh, doo-doo. There we go. It's 3 spot. Fuck it, let's do the same thing for number 1. Just won't take any agar, but we'll take the mycelium off the top. Absolutely massive piece from 1. Could just be agar though. I'm gonna get better. That is definitely mycelium. Okay. Oh, alright, those are done. This one's not broken. So it goes shiitake, lion's mane, and let's finish it off with the king trumpet. Yeah, 2's doing the same thing. 2 likes to do those rings. Oh, you know what I forgot to do before I do this? I'm just going to make a direct lion's mane transfer into another number 2. It's lion's mane, right? Yeah. It's the strongest growth. Man, that's tough between 1 and 2. Say the strongest growth is 2. How about that? So I gotta go back into number 2. I think I'm just gonna scrape the surface on this one. Same thing I did for the liquid culture transfer. Nice healthy scrape there. Pretty big spot off that. And then the good thing about this is I think it should just recolonize that space. It'll just grow back over that instead of taking whole chunks out of the agar. All right, so this one was shiitake. This one is also number 2. Lion's mane. Oh. Now it's going over to king trumpet. Let's see, strongest growth out of here. Fuck it, I think 1 might take this one. Started off funky, but look how shot off right there. All right, let's take 1. Did another trifecta plate. All right, take a nice healthy chunk from number 1. Whew, that is monstrous. Almost just dropped it on the table. Very nice. There's number 1. Number 2, take a little section of these rings. That's good enough. Kind of a shit ton. You know what? I could have just crossed lion's mane and king trumpet for this one. I don't know if I sterilize in between those. You know what? We're going with it anyways. Maybe it'll make some super hybrid mushroom and start selling that. Number 3 is definitely the weakest of the bunch for this, but I'll get a big solid scrape. Yeah, that might be the tactic. What I did is I just scraped it and collected it all into a single part of the wedge, and then I took that whole wedge out. So it's ultra concentrated right there. All right, so go shiitake, lion's mane, king trumpet for the trifecta. I'm gonna go back to 1 for direct transfer. Just so this whole thing isn't one big experiment. Do the same thing. Scrape into one part of the wedge. I'm going to take that wedge face down. Right in the middle. Oh, smooth. All right. That'll be it for the plates. I'm going to take some wedges. Well, I'm going to reseal all these. Resanitize once I take this cover off. And then each one of those liquid cultures you see in the back is going to get lion's mane, shiitake, king trumpet out of the healthiest one of these guys that have been maturing for a while. All right, next video.